Suicidal thoughts are thoughts of ending one's life, often accompanied by feelings of hopelessness and despair, and a belief that life is not worth living. These thoughts can range from fleeting and transient to persistent and overwhelming. You may have persistent thoughts about death, dying, or ending your own life. You may dwell on the idea of suicide and imagine different ways of taking your life. You may feel trapped in your circumstances and believe that things will never get better. You may see suicide as the only way to escape your pain or suffering. You may feel like you're a burden to others or that you're unworthy of help or support. You may blame yourself for your problems and feel overwhelming guilt or shame. You may become preoccupied with thoughts of suicide, constantly thinking about how you would do it, when you would do it, and what the consequences would be. You may lose interest in activities that you once enjoyed and may feel like you have no purpose or reason to go on living. You may withdraw from social activities and isolate yourself from friends and family. You may exhibit changes in behavior such as increased substance abuse, reckless behavior, or giving away prized possessions. You may talk openly about death or suicide, either directly or indirectly. You may make comments like, "I wish I were dead," or "I don't want to be here anymore." It's important to take any mention of suicide seriously and to seek help immediately if you or someone you know is experiencing suicidal thoughts. Suicidal thoughts are a sign of extreme distress and should not be ignored. There are resources and support available to help individuals who are struggling with suicidal thoughts, including hotlines, crisis intervention services, and mental health professionals. With appropriate support and treatment, it is possible to overcome suicidal thoughts and find hope and healing. Suicidal thoughts can occur for a variety of reasons, and they are often a sign of intense emotional distress or psychological pain. Mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and substance abuse disorders are significant risks for suicidal thoughts. These conditions can cause changes in mood, thoughts, and behavior that contribute to feelings of hopelessness and despair. Experiencing trauma or abuse, including physical, emotional, sexual abuse, can increase the risk of suicidal thoughts. Traumatic experiences can lead to feelings of powerlessness, shame, worthlessness, which may contribute to suicidal ideation. Prolonged exposure to chronic stressors such as financial difficulties, relationship problems, work-related stress, or chronic illness can take a toll on mental health and increase the risk of suicidal thoughts. Persistent feelings of overwhelm, hopelessness, helplessness can erode coping mechanisms and resilience over time. Substance abuse and addiction can increase the risk of suicidal thoughts and behaviors. Drugs and alcohol can impair judgment, lower inhibitions, and exacerbate underlying mental health issues, leading to an increased risk of self-harm and suicide. Experiencing significant losses such as the death of a loved one, divorce, breakup, loss of a job, or loss of identity or purpose can trigger suicidal thoughts. Grief and mourning can be overwhelming and can sometimes lead to feelings of wanting to escape or end the pain. Social isolation and feelings of loneliness can increase risk of suicidal thoughts. Lack of social support and connection with others can enhance feelings of alienation, worthlessness, and despair. Genetic predisposition and biological factors such as imbalances in brain chemistry or neurotransmitter functioning may contribute to the development of mental health disorders and increase the risk of suicidal thoughts. Cultural and societal factors including stigma surrounding mental illness and suicide, lack of access to mental health care, and societal norms that discourage seeking help or expressing emotions can impact the prevalence of suicidal thoughts and behaviors. Suicidal thoughts can have a profound effect on every aspect of a person's life, including their mental and physical health, work or school performance, and overall quality of life. Suicidal thoughts often coexist with mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety disorders, bipolar disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, or substance abuse disorders. These conditions can cause intense emotional distress, feelings of hopelessness, worthlessness, and despair, and can impair a person's ability to function in daily life. Suicidal thoughts can have physical manifestations such as changes in appetite, sleep disturbances, fatigue, or somatic symptoms like headaches, stomach aches, or muscle tension. Chronic stress and emotional distress associated with suicidal thoughts can also weaken the immune system and increase the risk of physical health problems. Suicidal thoughts can strain relationships with friends, family members, and loved ones. Feelings of isolation, shame, guilt may lead to social withdrawal and alienation from others. Additionally, interpersonal conflicts or strained relationships can exacerbate feelings of despair and hopelessness. Suicidal thoughts can impair cognitive functioning, concentration, decision-making, making it difficult to perform well at work or school. Absenteeism, decreased productivity, and difficulty completing tasks may occur as a result of an emotional toll in suicidal ideation. In some cases, suicidal thoughts may lead to financial difficulties or legal problems, particularly if the person's ability to work or fulfill obligations is compromised. Financial stressors and legal issues can exacerbate feelings of despair and hopelessness. Suicidal thoughts are a significant risk factor for self-harm or suicide attempts. If it's left untreated, suicidal ideation can escalate to suicidal behaviors, putting the person's life at risk and causing profound emotional trauma for themselves or their loved ones. Suicidal thoughts can cloud a person's perception of the future, making it difficult to envision a life worth living or to set and pursue goals. Feelings of hopelessness and despair may lead to a sense of resignation and a loss of motivation to seek help or engage in activities that promote well-being. Dealing with suicidal thoughts can be incredibly challenging, but it's important to know that help and support are available. It's important to talk to someone you trust about what you're going through. This could be a friend, a family member, a teacher, counselor, or mental health professional. Opening up about your feelings can help alleviate some of the emotional burden and provide you with support and understanding. If you're in immediate distress or need someone to talk to outside of regular hours, consider reaching out to a crisis hotline or helpline. These services offer confidential support and can provide you with resources and guidance for coping with suicidal thoughts. If you're in immediate danger of harming yourself, it's crucial to take steps to ensure your safety. Remove any objects that could be used for self-harm and avoid alcohol or drugs, which can impair judgment and increase impulsivity. Consider reaching out to someone you trust to stay with you or accompany you to a safe place. Explore healthy coping strategies that can help you manage overwhelming emotions and distressing thoughts. This could include relaxation techniques, deep breathing exercises, mindfulness meditation, journaling, or engaging in activities that bring you joy and comfort. Develop a safety plan that outlines specific steps you can take when you're feeling suicidal. This may include reaching out to a trusted friend or family member, contacting a mental health professional or crisis hotline. In engaging in activities that help you distract you from your thoughts, consider seeking help from a mental health professional or counselor who specializes in treating suicidal ideation. Therapy can provide you with tools, support, guidance for coping with suicidal thoughts. Addressing underlying issues and developing healthier coping mechanisms. In some cases, medication may be prescribed to help manage symptoms of depression, anxiety, or other mental health conditions associated with suicidal thoughts. If medication is recommended, it's important to take it as it's prescribed and to follow up with your healthcare provider regularly. Although it may feel difficult to reach out to others when you're struggling, staying connected with friends, family, and support networks can provide you with a sense of belonging and support. Consider joining a support group or online community for individuals who have experienced suicidal thoughts. Remember that suicidal thoughts are a temporary state, and with appropriate support and treatment, it is possible to overcome them. Recovery is possible, and there are people who care about you and want to help you through this difficult time. If you are struggling with suicidal thoughts, it's important to take action and seek help as soon as it's possible. You are not alone, and there are resources and support available to help you through this challenging time.